talk your shit out loud. Yeah, don't dim your light. You gonna have chicks and dudes gonna try to dim your light, but loving yourself, they will never understand your flow. Love yourself, don't dim your light. When you fall from a hater, they will never understand elevation is different. Fall from a copycat, hey. Here's the train of thought for me. I'm Naya, and you'll respect, and my content is not for everyone. Naya, the train of me, it's not. Today is currently January 17th, 2026. No, if the trade gonna be all be yourself with no malicious intentions. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone overlooked you or someone didn't know how to love you, respect you, or protect you, or pour into you, and I say that respectfully. You matter and you are worthy. Healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or an overnight process, but never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. No, ever change like all be yourself, but no malicious. You know, the fact that you use the discernment properly, they will never understand the aftermath is different. Hold on one second. Understand your conscience. When it comes to motivation, they will never understand your strategies. Even when you get lost in your words, they will never understand your balance. Understand that hold on one second, being comfortable in your own skin, being authentic, will truly bother someone's mental because you understand that hold on one second, I wasn't trying to get stuck in a chapter because someone can relate to me, someone can respect me. At the end of the day, they want me to lose me. That type of stuff actually happens when you use your discernment. Pouring into yourself, they will never understand your reflection. They will never understand the hands of time. Praying to go within and understand your worth is different. You matter, you worthy, don't get discouraged. Love yourself, don't dim your light. When you fall from a hater, neighbor. Love yourself, don't dim your light, neighbor. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just a celebration. Catch your blessings, don't dim your light. Continue to cool your energy back. They will never understand. Hold on one second. It was never competition when you love yourself, don't dim your light. When you love yourself, you don't dim your light. It's the train of thought for me. When it come to he say, she say, they try to strip you from your power because they had to dibble and dabble at the end when it comes to spell work, when it comes to their lack of their knowledge, when it comes to hold on one second, a testimony that you stand before yourself today, understand your reflection, being a child of God, they will never understand. My soul wasn't for sale. I didn't have to worship the devil. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. The energy is different. They will never understand that. Hold on one second. I didn't overlook me. No, and the check, you be yourself. My content is not for everyone. I'm currently 2 minutes into this video, and it's currently January 17th, 2026. Loving yourself is not a crime. I am my biggest cheerleader, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself, don't dim your light. Loving yourself, don't dim your light. Loving yourself, don't dim your light. They will never understand how you loving you. Now ever change all of yourself. You ever got distracted by the enemy? They try to make you feel mentally unstable, but who would have knew at the end that you saw your work when it come to your potential? You wasn't trying to shortchange yourself when it came to your blessings. Understanding the flume they come relate to. That was confidence. Being authentic started within. They would never understand how you balance and smile when they try to make you frown at the end of the day. But God was fixing your crown. You know how that chicken dude that was watching your every move, taking notes, trying to confuse you all because hold on one second, they worship the devil, but hold on one second, they didn't stop you. You was far from the joke at the end of the day. You wasn't their typical norm, so they had to dish you, disrespect you out loud, laughing at the end there at your boundaries because you understand that, hold on one second, I know how to hold my own weight. That energy is different when it comes to having confidence. It betrayed me. Oh, you be yourself. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. Always be yourself with no intentions. That aftermath is different. They would never understand that, hold on one second, you had to balance healing when it come to trauma and pain, especially when someone had to project their mind games. They wanted you to shortchange yourself when you knew how to take accountability for your actions when it come to your work. Pour into yourself, understand to be comfortable in your skin. Hold on one second, you wouldn't know how to better yourself. You was asking God for guidance Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, that he say, she say, it was out the window because the aftermath at the end of the day, our future so beautiful, who would have knew, so fruitful, allowing you to see at the end of the day day, your intuition was far from fake. At the end of the day, when you actually understood that self-love is different, understand that balance is different when it comes to your intelligence. They would never understand your mindset when it comes to actually healing trauma and pain. A child point of view going into adulthood, hold on one second, they would never understand your time and day. No, infiltrate on me, they not. They ain't gonna understand why you choose you. Don't dim your light. You know, my content is not for everyone. No, infiltrate on me, God darn it. My content is okay. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Yeah, you're bad and you're worthy. You gonna have chicks and dudes blood boiling at the end of the day because they tried to discourage you when it came to their lack of faith. Or because, hold on one second, they wanted to ruin your reputation when it come to your existence. When it come to, hold on one second, your strategy, be emotionally available, intelligent at the end of the day, mature, they would never understand. You ain't get the proper love, respect. You have folks disrespect you right, the left at the end of the day. They want you to better your worth when it come to your reflection. You even had chicks and dudes sending you spell work, sending you magic, trying to confuse you when it come to their mental health. No ever traded thought for me. Oh my God. But who would have knew you was far from pretending? You still got the blood boiling at the end of the day. All because you understood to choose yourself when it came to your reflection. It was chapters in your life where you almost gave up on you. You know, someone didn't see you, hear you, respect you. You feel like your voice didn't matter, so it brought so much confusion in your life at the end of the day. Where's my balance? You know, they didn't want you to smile. They wanted you to frown, but you didn't worship the devil. They would never understand the hands of time, allowing you to hear while you stand before yourself today. You know, that bothers someone's mental health because you actually put the footwork to understand growth is different. Regardless to he, she, whoever the case may be, didn't know how to love you, respect you, or protect you. Regardless to, hold on one second, from a child point of view, going into your adulthood, who would have knew at the end of the day you wasn't trying to lose you when it come to your reflection today? That energy is different because change comes growth. They would never understand how you was willing to better your worth. You know, understanding stepping for yourself. They would never understand being your biggest cheerleader when God truly had a plan. You ain't have to worship the devil, let him sell your soul. They said you're whack in your corner, you were nobody. But who would have knew at the end of your rainy days would allow you to see that? Hold on one second. Your knowledge is different when it comes to loving yourself. Don't dim your light. Say loving yourself. Don't dim your light. Imitate of you. Be yourself. Yeah, be yourself. I'm Naya, and you'll have respect that my content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Love yourself. You know, hold on one second. Faith, I got me. God is wider for me. You know, God spent the block for all the right reasons. I love myself, not trying to dim my light. The hater gonna hate regardless. Love yourself, don't get discouraged. They trying to project on you. They trying to paint you out to be someone you truly not. But patience, love yourself, they will never understand. You found peace within, understand balance. Inspired by your self-reflection. Inspired by that last chapter. Choosing yourself, not giving up. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Gotta go, stop the violence, I'm peace. And it's not a crime to be authentic. Hold on one second. You know, gang stalking is relative to the household. Individuals will be monitoring spirits. They will hack your device, your account, your emails. Oh, they will watch you, then watch you, change your IP address. They will hack your headphones. They will monitor your car. They will hack your car. All types of stuff to track you down, to try to project fear in you. They will even send spirit towards folks that's trying to come and show you love at the end of the day. They will try to ruin your reputation, try to project fear in you. They will reroute your mail, your packages, throw it in the trash, even act like you received it when you never did. You know, sometimes it be an inside job, but never give up on yourself. And when it's not the end of the day, that does not mean stop showing up for yourself. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Gotta go, stop the violence. You matter, you're worthy. You know, when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no misintentions. Never give up on yourself. Gotta go, stop the violence. I'm Naya, and you'll have respect that my content is not for everyone. Today is currently January 17th, 2026. Check you out, check you out, check you out. You're loving yourself. They would never understand balance when it comes to your reflection. You know, you got that good whiff of karma. They would never understand the hold on one second, your honor. You know, we all don't pray in the same when it comes to trusting God at the end of the day. But the judge actually heard what you said at the end of the day. How you had good intentions when you know how to respect your neighbor. The disrespect was loud, but hold on one second. You mean to tell me at the end of the day that these folks was plotting on you this whole entire time, and God saw them with their malicious intentions, and they try to dish you out unfair share karma because they the projection. It be the train of thought for me, how God was sweet woke in. You know, when God revealed the devil on the enemy, God will put the right people in front of you to understand that, hold on one second, I wasn't abandoning you. I was trying to show you to trust the process when it comes to loving yourself. Far from pretending. They would never understand. It was far from hate, being authentic, speaking up for yourself, being a truth teller. Hold on one second. They said your voice doesn't matter. They said your voice doesn't matter. They watching your every move, trying to disrespect you, trying to destroy you at the end of the day when it comes to your mental health. But you understood that God was protecting your health at the end of the day when it comes to your heart. You have your physical. When someone try to antagonize you, they monitoring your every move. Only rest to hold on one second. Only the devil confused themselves. Only rest to hold on one second. How did you come up against a child of God that understood their worth when it comes to their discernment? It's the train of thought for me. You know, because the judge was trying to figure out too. Because the judge was saying to themselves, I changed my mind when it comes to my mental health. Come to find out, judge, someone was playing with spell work. The judge is trying to figure out why me. The judge was trying to figure out, goddamn, all I was trying to do was do my job. 9 to 5, that'd be the train of thought for me. I don't dibble and dabble ugly, but God revealed the devil love them the enemy. They would never understand how the judge had to understand and repair their mindset when it comes to their health, when it comes to their wealth. It'd be the train of thought for me, because chicks and dudes would try to confuse you. You didn't matter their culture, religion, hold on one second, let alone age or their tax bracket. Because this type of stuff actually happens when folks play with magic. How chicks and dudes, at the end of the day, they don't want you to prosper because you understand. Hold on one second, I ain't have to project pain. No, ever trick on me. Wow. The judge is really confused. But only the rest, the hold on one second, God gave them proper tools. They was restored for all the right reasons. Not being misled another day by, hold on one second, the devil loving the enemy at the end of the day because someone knew how to do their job. It'd be the center thought for me. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Entertainment purposes only. No, entertainment don't mean only be yourself with no misintentions. You ever been minding your business? You ever had that one family member, whatever the case may be, that started cooking in the kitchen and they were so happy to come and volunteer to, help out the family with a dish or whatever the case may be? You know, when you have that family function and everybody got to bring something, but, the head of the household start to change their mindset. I ain't doing this shit again. No, it's a trade, don't be entertainment purposes only. So this fool decided to say, that cousin of yours, that aunt of yours, you put it in your book. If the train of thought for me, they mental wasn't that strong that day. Because why did you really follow through what you just followed through and you going to get choked off real bad? No, it's the train of thought for me. This fool decided to say, I'm going to bring the cornbread. It's the train of thought for me. Oh, the cornbread. This goddamn fool or whatever the case may be. Yeah, they bought the goddamn bread and the corn all right. That's the train of thought for me. This motherfucker got corn and bread sandwiches. Oh, everybody trying to figure out who did this dumb shit. No, for real. Being a first-time cooker, whatever the case may be, when that first cousin or family member, whatever the case may be, you trying to, root them on or whatever the case may be. But you mean to tell me you couldn't get a 99-cent box of cornbread and make it make sense? That's the trade, though. We would have been okay with just water and stuff if you didn't have no egg. Hello, all or no milk. If the trade, though, for me. But for you to volunteer your services at the end of the day, we wasn't trying to hurt ourselves when it comes to our health. No, it's the trade, though, for me. No, it's the trade, though, for me. And then you bring the creamy corn. Oh. I apologize. I bet you do. It's the trick on me. Do you see your parents cooking like that? Because they mother and father is real pissed off trying to figure out their mental health. Who the fuck did I raise? We trying to figure it out too, because that ain't your child. I don't know what side of the bridge they was on at the end of the day. It's the trick on me, because they wasn't part of your goddamn world. Entertainment purposes only. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Loving yourself is not a crime. I'm 14 minutes into this video, and I would never hurt myself, and it's currently 10:30 p.m. Loving yourself is not a crime. Wow. What happened to authenticity? And be the train of thought for me at the end of the day. How folks truly be competing when it comes to a copycat mindset. But they forgot to be authentic with all they love, with their malicious intentions. They forgot to understand the paper and the pen to actually make sense. How you trying to steal God's swag instead of putting respect on someone's name at the end of the day? It'd be the train of thought for me. How chicks and dudes want you to be a crash out. Wasn't part of their tax bracket, but they understood their bad habits. How they wanted to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, dibbling down with magic. At the end, they call themselves irrelevant. At the end of the day, to be real. But hold on, I say they forgot to keep it real. You know, they had he say, she say part of their conversation, but forgot to realize to hold on one second. You mean to tell me that you mean to tell me at the end of the day you forgot to tell these folks that you was truly a hater this whole entire time because you didn't want someone to prosper when it comes to their faith? How this type of stuff actually happens. You got chicks and dudes trying to fight for you now, all because hold on one second, you wanted to kick someone down and see them frown at the end of the day, plotting on a bad move, plotting on a bad day. It's being a train of thought for me because you said you're gonna make their day their worst day. All because someone understood self-love is different. Hold on one second, someone having peace within actually bothers your intelligence. How this type of stuff actually happens. How chicks and dudes that ended it, an authentic person understood I'm coming out my comfort zone for all the right reasons. I'm stepping out and believing myself at the end that I could do it. Now at the trade though, you know what it takes to do that? You know what it takes to step out on faith? Be authentic regardless of who can't relate? You had to heal certain open wounds within. Chicks and dudes would never understand. They couldn't confuse you even on their worst day. It be the train of thought for me. How they got to dibble and dab with magic. How they got to gang up with folks in different tax brackets. Only reason to hold on one second, you wasn't on the same page because you was praying at the end of the day, asking God to protect you when it come to your mental. When they try to paint you to be a cyborg patient, but God was showing at the end of the day that you was able to love yourself, to understand you're going to overcome what they putting you through. It be the train of thought for me because they wanted you to be humble, but God been humbling you since you've been a child. At the end of the day, they would never understand what you've been through. It was never for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. Hold on one second. How someone competing with you at the end of the day because they're trauma and your pain? How this type of stuff actually happens? Chicks and dudes really be tripping like that. No, ever straight though. How you compete with someone's trauma and pain? Comparison at the end of the day, you can't walk in their shoes. Trying to destiny swipe with somebody to be somebody you truly not. The end of the day, having potential. It'd be the train of thought for me. How you saying that you trying to water something down, trying to grow your own plant, but you understand how to be authentic. It'd be the train of thought for me. How you sit there at the end of the day, watching someone's every move, being a monitoring spirit, only trying to confuse yourself at the end of the day. Only rest to hold on one second. God must be real. You know, because that innocent person that you try to distract, try to make the fun at the end of the day supposed to have a heart attack. You want to be in a mindset of being their own worst prisoner, hurting themselves with their own words when they come to hold on one second, loving themselves. They had to understand their reflection, why they actually healed the goal within. Healing childhood trauma, going into adulthood, you would never understand their reality, why they stay before they self today. It was far from a race when it comes to loving yourself. You know, it's far from a race when it comes to loving yourself. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intents, and I say that respectfully. You ever been minding your business with the minding your business? Entertainment purpose only. No, ever train of thought for me. You ever been minding your business with the minding your business? And that one guardian that loves you so deeply. No, ever train of thought for me. They trying to figure out if you okay. It's the train of thought for me. No, for real, for real. You ever had that one parent or guardian or whatever the case may be? Whoever raised you or who cares about you, whatever the case may be. You ever had them look at you with them look at you? What the hell was wrong with you when you was dating that person? No, that's the train of thought for me. What the fuck? Did that motherfucker put a hex on your dumb ass? That's the train of thought for me. No, for real, for real. Because this motherfucker trying to figure out at the end of the day, what kind of mental health case was you possibly having at the end of the day? And what the fuck did you see within seeing this person at the end of the day that wanted to shortchange you? No, ever train thought for me. A motherfucker would show up at the end of the day and be somebody they truly not. And only have to hold on 1 second. Your family trying to figure out, we gotta get this baby some help. We gotta get this baby some help. No, it's a train thought for me. That's some bullshit. Because now when they see this motherfucker face to face or when they see this motherfucker in a picture, oh, they must have been studying what they studied. They was sending some spell work or something towards you. Because what the fuck? Oh, that wasn't for you. No, 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 no. It's the train over me. You know, when you have that one guardian or parent in the day, they want you to be in that healthy relationship with someone that actually respects you, sees you, hates you. You know, because true love is not complicated, and I say that respectfully. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. It wasn't blindsided love. Who would have knew? Someone valuing your time didn't have to confuse you. You know what spell work, magic, chaos, and confusion at the end of the day when it come to bettering your worth? The energy is different. How you have to step on faith. They would never understand how someone could see your potential from a mile away. But they wasn't trying to strip you away from your mental health. The energy is different when someone see your confidence. That hold on one second, your balance is different when it comes to hold on one second. Someone past wasn't remind them, hold on one second of their future. You truly kept it real with someone that actually was the hold on one second, you was trying to humble them. You actually brought peace into someone's life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh yeah, and just because moments, that energy is different. Because someone, not only do they see you, but the vocabulary actually made sense when someone didn't have to hold on one second mistreat you. Have a hand problem, do you wrong. Someone truly showed at the end of the day they could pray for you. Hold on one second, that balance is different because action spoke louder than words for someone's truly far from pretending. Far from a joke at the end of it because someone didn't have malicious intentions. Someone trying to shortchange you your mental when it comes to hold on one second, having a heart, allowing someone to have access at the end of the day that truly sees your potential to bring the best out of you in the most healthiest way. I may not make sense to the average person, but true love wasn't complicated at the end of the day. Even on your worst day, who would have knew that true love allowed you to maintain your smile? The energy is different. Because when the right person walks into your life, not only they're praying for you, they actually respect you. They see you, they hear you, they respect you. Even when the outside world's trying to dim your light, send you spoken in a toxic way, someone who shows you balance at the end of the day, that energy is different. Because true love is not complicated. The energy is different. You don't have to pray the same as the average person. The love of your life at the end of the day. Because when someone truly walks into your life, they wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. One actually truly actually knew how to meet you halfway. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. But loving yourself and finding the right person, it's not complicated, and I say that respectfully. And especially when someone brings the best out of you. You allow yourself to come out that comfort zone. You allow yourself to balance your self-love. You acknowledge that that you are worthy. You wasn't trying to be stuck in a mindset of a prisoner. That energy is different because someone didn't know how to love you, respect you, or protect you. But your future is different when someone treats you at the end of the day. True love wasn't complicated. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And it's not a crime to be authentic. I go live every night at 10:15 on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I go live every night at 10:15 p.m. on YouTube. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I love to talk about love. No ever tread on me, God darn it. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Here was a daily reminder. True love is real, true love is one of a kind. That change is different when someone truly inspires you. That power within, they would never understand that hold on one second was far from confusion. Someone having a healthy conversation was far from pointless. Someone knew how to protect your heart. Who would have knew someone wasn't misleading you? Because true love allowed you to see that someone didn't have to get physical. Someone brought you balance in your life when it comes to peace. Hold on one second. Maintain that conversation. Who would have knew at the end of the day someone was trying to fumble you? A mother's prayer, a father's prayer is finally answered. Someone loving a child properly, who would have knew at the end of the day, overcoming storms, hold on one second, when it comes to balance. Someone praying for their baby, not against them. Someone not wishing bad on their baby at the end of the day, but someone should be bringing the best out of their child in the most healthiest way. It be the train of thought for me. That's what a mother and father prays for, that their child's in a healthy relationship, not someone misleading with pain. So a mother and father could heal at night at the end of the day, sleep properly, regardless of what they're going through, trials and tribulations at the end of it, and I say it respectfully. They shouldn't have to wait for a phone call to find out their child, hold on one second, just called a domestic violence case. Because of the fact that someone lacks self-control. Because when you're in a healthy relationship, at the end of the day, someone's trying to lead you to that road. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Peace and respect, self-respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Monday, self-love every day. Tuesday, self-control every day. Wednesday, motivation every day. Thursday, choose yourself when they overlook you. Friday, you matter, you're worthy. Saturday, fall from the hater. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because moments. Sunday, never give up on yourself. You matter, you're worthy. Catch your blessings, don't dim your light. Yeah, you matter, you're worthy. Gotta stop the violence.
When someone preys on your downfall, never get discouraged because someone's jealousy, envy, or insecurity. You matter and you're worthy. It doesn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability. When they see potential within you and they try to dim your light, but continue to show up for yourself. Call your energy back. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's because moments. You're going to have minds and spirits all around you. But continue to prosper. Love yourself. They pray on your downfall. Love yourself. You matter. You're worthy. When you fall from the hater, we don't pray the same. Be yourself. Gotta go. Call your energy back.
I'm Naya, and you'll love respect that my content is not for everybody. I'm 25 minutes into this video, and it's currently 10:41 p.m. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. Talk your shit, yeah. Don't tell me you like neighbor, fall from a hater. No, I have to trade a thought for me, neighbor. Always be yourself. It took he be the train of thought for me. You ain't gotta know these chicks and dudes at the end of the day. Try to dim your light, but getting discouraged wasn't part of your vocabulary. They would never understand that free game is different. Going within, understand that, hold on 1 second. You wasn't trying to mislead yourself with pain because someone that understands your vision. Imagine telling someone God is guiding you. Imagine telling someone at the end of the day that you're so inspired at the end of the day, become your best self vision of yourself, and they want you to dim your light. But God was truly having control of the will. They would never say how you comfortable in your own skin. Hold on 1 second, was far from hesitation. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Love yourself, don't dim your light. I gotta go. Always be yourself with no malicious, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. You know, no mother or father or guardian should lose a child due to jealousy, envy, or insecurity, or someone projecting smoke, or sending someone an evil eye, or someone's the energy harvest of someone's energy, or someone doesn't want to see someone prosper in life. You know, no mother or father should have a child stripped away from them because of the fact that someone wants to control the narrative and make a mother and father or paint them out to be unfit, or that they're not worthy of having the child in their household, or they want to make a mother and father fit and make a mother and father narrative fit to the point where nobody believes them at the end of the day because they're a provider, they're a prayer warrior. They actually show for their child good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know, my content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself when someone overlooks you. No mother or father should have their child stripped away from them because someone lacks self-control, because someone wants the energy harvest of someone's child's energy, someone wants to project spell or try to destiny strike with their child at the end of the day, or someone wants to make a mother and father life miserable. How this type of stuff actually happens. And a mother and father wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame when it comes to showing up for their child. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, even sick days. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But it's not a crime to be authentic. We all don't pray the same, and I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I'm far from a hater. I am my biggest cheerleader, and I will never give up on myself regardless who's praying on my downfall, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. I do not energy harvest off anybody's energy. I don't destiny strike with nobody. I don't project sport, magic, or witchcraft, or whatever the case may be, towards my neighbor, or regardless of what spirituality, negative energy at the end of the day. I don't do all that stuff. Neither check of it. It's not my prayer. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I don't push God on nobody at the end of the day. That's why I say my content is not for everyone, and we definitely don't all pray the same. And I say that respectfully. But when God sends the right people into your life, not only do they see you, hear you, respect you, but they fall from haters. Hello. No, for real, they fall from haters. No, for real, they are. Because when they not for you, they know how to keep it pushing. They not part of the hate train. They ain't got to gang stalk you. They ain't trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, or financially. And they know how to take accountability for their actions. No, I have to change them. God to keep from poverty and pain. Because they wasn't running from their reflection. Acting their body, but you would never understand their maturity is different. You know, someone actually sees you. They want you to become your best self vision of yourself. They wasn't trying to fumble you. I mean, respectfully. You know, they wasn't trying to remind you of that trap that you prayed for to come out of when folks try to disrespect you, act like they was for you at the end of the day. Only was your conscience is different when it comes to God truly showing you that you was truly awoken to understand that the grass is green on the other opposite side. They said the grass ain't green on the other side, but that's a lie. Because God will truly show at the end of the day that folks walk into your life, it was never competition, let alone a hesitation. When folks actually praying because they want to see at the end of the day you becoming your best self, vision of yourself, elevation. You know, my content is not for everyone. I'm far from a hater, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine respect. Never allow a man or a woman to take your kindness or weakness and threaten your life that nobody will ever believe you at the end of the day. Because they're able to control the narrative, or they decide to project spoke or try to confuse you at the end of the day, and they're gonna sit there and say nobody's gonna believe you. Because your voice does matter. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I go live every night at 10:15 on YouTube. And when it comes to my creativity, it's no third party involved. I work alone when it comes to my creativity. And I say that respectfully with my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. I work alone.
No, ever trade thought for me. No, for real, because folks would act like they know you, would act like they had a conversation with you. They would even, project that they, it was you in that conversation. That's the trade thought for me when it comes to these hackers. Lord Jesus, nobody signed up for that. That's the trade thought for me. I gotta go.
I go live every night at 10:15 on YouTube. And I post every single day on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm far from a hater. I know how to give respect when it's due, and how to give flowers when it's within the day. It's not a crime to be authentic. Yeah, they say, Jawak in your corner, you are nobody. But God was stepping for you all the right reasons. They would never understand. You ain't have to hurt nobody. They try to dim your light when it came to your discernment. The aftermath hits different when you understand that, hold on one second, God was still holding you down when God never moved his hands or her hands off the wheel. He wasn't trying to confuse you when it come to better days ahead. Regardless of trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, at the end of the day, they would never understand how you overcame. Continue to call your energy back. They would never understand your worth at the end of the day, because God was known for likes of you to cloud chasing or fame. Love yourself, don't dim your light.
It's the trade thought for me. Always be yourself.
I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm far from a hater. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. Stop the violence in the community. Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. Stop the violence in the community. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. Never feel embarrassed being authentic. And I said it respectfully, and especially when you don't have malicious intentions and you don't run from your past. You know how to take accountability for your past. And people try to blackmail you against you, or try to create a narrative, or they try to do whatever they trying to do to paint you out to be at the end of the day that you're not, or they want you to be a crash out, or they saying that you this, you're that. Don't stop choosing yourself because of someone's insecurity, someone's jealousy, envy, or because someone doesn't want you to prosper in life.
Individuals try to play a superhero in your life, try to ruin your life. Oh my God.
Being a truth teller would truly bother someone's mental health. Would have them going crazy playing with magic at the end of the day. But hold on 1 second, but just stay in your lame hate. I say that respectfully. That's trying to throw it for me. Chicks and dudes be playing with magic, spell work, all types of stuff. It don't matter their culture when it come to, hold on one second, you trying to better yourself. How this type of stuff actually happens. We live in a spiritual world. How folks overcome it, they would never understand at the end of the day. Who would have knew that you be standing before yourself today? That you matter and you worthy. The devil try to stop you. The enemy try to confuse you. Let them try to antagonize you. But God also watching you, showing you to reveal the hold on 1 second. They would never understand your comprehension when it comes to your faith. Going within an intuition, believing, hold on 1 second, you had hope within to understand better days ahead because you called your energy back. You matter, you're worthy. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have since day one. I would never hurt myself regardless who's praying on my downfall, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no intentions. You know, it's going to be individuals that doesn't want to see you prosper, regardless if you have more than them or not. You know, they would try to stop things for you at the end of the day, regardless to what it is. But never stop showing up for you. I am my biggest cheerleader, and I'm 33 minutes into this video, and it's currently 10:49 p.m. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect.
Now, ever tell me, always be yourself with no message. I'm going to do one more.
They say, welcome to Mondo Burger. Can I take your order? I took the trash out because you understand your own mindset when it came to order. Your authenticity didn't relate the end when it came to your intelligence. Only was the hold on 1 second, you was nothing but a copycat. Only was you was hating this whole entire time. Only was the hold on 1 second that made you hold on 1 second feel irrelevant at the end of the day. How you trying to distract somebody from stopping them from prospering in life? Or because you understand, hold on 1 second, your own confidence, treat yourself right. You had to disrespect someone because they understood their faith. That bothers your mental health, all because you tried to catch a case. You try to rob somebody mentally, spiritually, financially. Hold on 1 second, that hate train was real when someone didn't have to get physical. You didn't want someone to have balance when it come to authenticity. It bothers your mental health because you lack self-love when it come to your conscious mental health at the end of the day. That's what you're trying to project on an innocent person, that there was a mental case. It be the train of thought for me. How chicks and dudes at the end of the day, they be trying to disrespect you, but they ain't got order in their life. And you trying to get your life together at the end of it, regardless, you become a problem in pain. You may be, short of a bill or two, or whatever the case may be. You ain't embarrassed to understand your reflection. How folks will disrespect you all because you're truly paying attention. It wasn't a hesitation when it come to loving yourself still at the end of the day. Far from miserable. They would never understand your intuition when it come to your reflection. How you had a whole group of people at the end of the day. Didn't matter they tags bracket what they was projected on you. They wanted you to be misled by pain at the end of the day, all because they didn't want you to hold on 1 second, surpass them when it comes to hold on 1 second. Your confidence, that'd be the train of thought for me because they lack. Because you so inspired. Understand and change the hold on 1 second. And actually, you got to put the footwork in. And because you actually didn't overlook yourself when it comes to your thinking, and you allow us to understand that your prayers came true, they would never understand how you called your energy back. Hold on 1 second, regards to their point of view. When it came to that hate train, they wanted to ruin your reputation when it come to maintain. They wanted you to be in a monster, depression, anxiety, PTSD. But hold on 1 second, God was showing that the shoe hits different when it comes to hold on 1 second, that good karma. Hold on 1 second when God was keeping it real. They wanted to strip you your finances, your mental health. They wanted to shortchange your love life when it come to hold on 1 second. Your unconditional love started within. They would never understand at the end of the day how God was restoring you for all the right reasons. Hold on 1 second when someone try to humble you. You've been humble since day one. They would never understand that you couldn't confuse you. You've been humble since a child point of view going into your adulthood. They would never understand that, hold on 1 second, I was just trying to better myself. I understood I wasn't running from my reflection when it comes to my past. They would never understand the end of the day that, hold on 1 second, we all don't pray the same, but I'm far from a hater. When I understood God's receiver, I ain't have to worship the devil. Hold on 1 second, that energy is different. Always be yourself. I may be wagging corny to the average person. I'm 36 minutes into this video, and it's currently 10:52 p.m. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Loving yourself is not a crime. Individuals go through, trials and tribulations every single day. How you have people preying on your downfall, regardless to someone's tax bracket or community, country, culture, whatever the case may be. This type of stuff happens every single day. And my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. And it's okay that you can't relate. No, Ed the Chaser, because I'm far from a hater and I gotta go. Ed the Chaser, always be yourself. Peace and respect, some respect your neighbors. Along you don't them like, go them you like God. I'll go never, never, don't them you like. Stop the violence. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And I would never stop showing up for myself regardless to who's praying on my downfall. And I said it respectfully. I put it in God's hands, and I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstand day. I don't energy harvest of folks' energy. I don't destiny strike with nobody. I don't play with magic, spell work, whatever the case may be. I don't got time for that. I just put it in God's hands, and I say that respectfully. A lot of people don't believe in God, but we all don't believe in the same belief. But I know how to respect my neighbor. Gotta go. And the church, we always be yourself and no intentions. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. I go live every night at 10:15 p.m. I am my biggest cheerleader. Regardless of say I'm whacking, I'm corny, they laugh at my boundaries. I was willing at the end of the day to overcome poverty and pain, to love myself, to understand at the end of the day, I wasn't trying to be my own worst enemy because someone didn't know how to change. Loving yourself is not a crime. Never allow someone to dim your light when it comes to your dream. That's your reflection. You're beautiful. You're handsome. Never allow someone to dim your light because he's trying to ruin your reputation, or because you knew how to go within to understand. Hold on 1 second. You are worthy. You matter. You're worthy. My content is not for everyone. It's 38 minutes and 49 seconds into the video. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and it's currently January 17th, 2026, and it's currently 10:54 p.m. Always be yourself. I am my biggest cheerleader. I would never hurt myself regardless of praying on my downfall, and I say that respectfully. Now I gotta go. Always be yourself. How you do this? Uh-oh.